last lesson. So we're just going to add a bit more detail to this part. So if we add an edit poly and select edge under selection, just highlight all these edges. If you go to connect, and we'll use the slider and we'll just slide this to around there, just where this detail is. And again we'll do it here, and we'll just slide it back to around there. Under edit poly, select polygon. I'm just going to delete this face here. And while I'm at it, I'm going to delete the very bottom face. Like so. So if we go back up here and select all these polygons, I'm just going to extrude these. And just ensure local normals are selected. Extrude them out to around there. Just deselect these polygons and extrude them out also. I'm going to delete these edges in here and select my edge here and look it round. Just going to pull this out around there. And we'll just shift and scale this in slightly, like so. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So what we'll do now is apply a turbo smooth. And we'll just refine some edges to make them a bit sharper in here. So go back to your edit poly, go to edge. And I'm just going to select this and bring it round. And the same in here. Just go to connect, connect two segments. Just change your slider to 0. And use the pinch to pull these out in both directions. Do about 97. And we'll just do the same here. And in here we'll just bring these round. We'll just connect one segment and slide this right up to around here. And we'll see what that looks like with turbo smooth. Starting to look good. Go to our front viewport. Just going to refine this curve here. So go back to your edge selection. Select all these edges. We'll just connect one segment and we want to slide it to the left here. So we'll just round about there. Refine. And again we'll ring round these edges. Add one more connect and we'll slide it pretty close to the right hand side. So that looks pretty good. And we'll move on to the light shade area. So what we'll do to start this is we'll create a cylinder again. Like so. And we'll just apply an edit poly. Select the top and bottom polygons, and we'll just delete these. As it's at an angle, to make it easier to work, we'll make an instance of this, so shift and drag across, make an instance, and we'll just rotate it into position. Just roughly around there. So what we can do now is if we edit this edit poly, it will update on this object. We can just do that. We'll select the vertices, we'll scale these in. Very good, we'll just go back here. I'm just going to rotate this again. Turn my rotate snap off. Something like that. Okay, so we go to your top viewport. We're going to create a box. And just make it 60 by 60 by 60. and we'll apply a turbo smooth to this and put the iterations to 2 for a wee bit more resolution. Go back to modifiers and apply a spherify modifier and an edit poly modifier on top. Under polygon selection, we want to select half of the object and delete it. If you select the other half and scroll down in your options, and we'll make this planar on the Z axis. Just going to adjust the pivot point to the centre of the object, and we're going to do the same thing here and copy this across as an instance. I'm just going to rotate this like so. Doesn't need to be perfect, and just move it to the top here. So anything we now do to this object will update over here. So if I apply another edit poly, and I'm just going to scale this down slightly. Under your edge selection, I'm going to loop the edges around here and shift and drag these down. And we can see what's going on over here. We'll just scale this down a bit more. And we'll drag the edges down, like so. So just scale these out, shift and scale. And just move them down like so. Something round about like that is ideal. So we can just refine these now. You see there's a wee bit of detail in here. So what we'll do is we'll just discard these objects now and just work over here. So if we just select this edge and ring it round, just apply a connect. I'm just going to slide it up a bit. Like so, and I'm going to connect another edge just in here. I'll just slide that back towards the line we created. I'm just going to scale this on the local axis, like so. Let's get a wee step there. I'm going to select this edge as well, ring them round, apply another connect and draw it towards this edge. Under your selection, select polygon, and we'll select all these polygons around here. So we just want to extrude these, again on the local normals, and extrude it out. Starting to take shape. This object, and apply a turbo smooth. We just need to refine some edges in here. So back to your edit poly, go to edge, and we'll just connect some segments. So put your slider back to 0, and we'll put 2 segments and pull these towards the edges. We'll do the same up here. See it start to take a bit of shape now. Select the very bottom edge here. We'll just loop that round. Go to your scale tool, ensure it's on local. Hold shift and we'll just drag this in like so. Go back to our edit poly. I'm just going to refine this edge here. Loop, ring them round, sorry. We'll hit connect. That's looking pretty good. So onto the glass shade area. Just going to move this over a wee bit. Looks roughly central. I'm just going to shell this. So apply your shell modifier, and about 2mm on the inner mount. So we add an edit poly, go to your edge selection, we'll just ring these edges round and the inside edges. Go to connect, apply 2 segments, and pull them out to about 98. We'll do the same in here, and we'll do the same at the top. So we'll apply a turbo smooth now to this. Just turn on Iceline display to clean up the mesh. That's looking pretty good. One last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just scale the base slightly, make it a bit larger, and scale it on the y-axis, like so. Just move it up, and to make that fit we'll just go back to our edit poly, go to your vertices, we'll select all these top ones, and we'll just scale them in. So we'll just move our shade area just in line, and just move it up a wee bit like so. That looks good. So we've now completed our side table lamp.